All right, we are on video 3 for the week, and it is comparing and contrasting methods day 2. So we're going to start with a recap from Thursday's lesson. Decide which method of solving a system is the best choice for the following system. All right, so I look here, and I almost got tricked because I thought like terms were lined up when I saw the X in the format. But if you look here, the Y's are on different sides of the equal sign. So are they lined up? No. So I actually see this now, and I think of the substitution method. And I would use this method because the variable y in equation 1 is already isolated. So now that we're on day 2, we want to get a little bit more specific. Okay, so let's look at question number 2. Crystal was solving the following system below. She chose to solve the problem using substitution. While she was solving the problem, she got stuck and didn't know how to finish. Question to think about. Was this method the easiest way to find the solution to the system? Why or why not? If your answer is no, what would be a better method to use? Okay, so let's first look at what she did. So she tried to do substitution by isolating y in equation number 2. And then she used that to substitute in here. And I think she might have gotten stuck because there are fractions. Now, some people, they do fractions and they're like, no problem. I think this would have been fine. Other people are like, hold up. Fractions are a little hard. That's not the way I want to do this. So, you're going to fill out an SPO by answering the question. So, there's 2 different claims you can have. The 2 claims, so this is our claim. Okay, and there's 2 different claims you can have. Claim 1 being, yes, this is the easiest method. Or you're going to say, no, this is not the easiest method. Okay, so why don't you pick your claim and write your topic sentence? Okay, so at this point, you've written your topic sentence. I'm going to choose my claim, and now yours does not have to be the same at mine. We're going to share these out tomorrow. So if you want to keep it, and it's different than mine, then that's fine. It does not have to match mine identically. Okay, so here's my opinion. I don't think it's the easiest method because when I look here, I see that these are already lined up, and those are called like terms. So I'm going to say, answer my question first. Was this method the easiest way to find the solution to the system? So my topic sentence is going to be, I do not think that substitution was the easiest way to solve this system. Okay, and now here we're going to put our evidence and our analysis. Okay, so evidence 1, I already mentioned. Okay, I don't think it's the easiest because like terms, and remember, when we have these lines, solid line means complete sentence. Dotted lines just means quick notes. Okay, so I'm saying my first note is like terms already lined up. Okay, my analysis is to that would be an explanation of why having like terms lined up would be better. Because all I would have to do then is multiply. So how could I explain that in a shorter notes? So all I would have to do essentially is pick which variable I want to eliminate and multiply to match them. So 3, 4, for example. Okay. So quick notes to explain that would be next step of multiplying is easier than isolating. Okay, it's a long note, but it's not a complete sentence, so we got to make sure if we were writing this paragraph. Because I think this part, this isolation part, would have been really difficult with these fractions. So I think that the multiplying would be easier than isolating. All right, my next step of evidence, if you look here, let me just zoom out so I don't keep going back up and down, is when trying to use substitution, I ran into fractions, and I find fractions really difficult. So if you find fractions easy, then that wouldn't have been an issue. But for me, working, sorry, that's my evidence. So that's my analysis. So when I was isolating, I got fractions. Okay, and then my analysis of why that isn't good is because working with fractions can be difficult. Okay, so I made a claim. I do not think that substitution was the easiest way to solve the system. My first piece of evidence was like terms are already lined up. Okay, and my analysis supports my evidence. So when they're already lined up, the next step of multiplying is easier. Okay, next piece of evidence. I don't think this is a good way to solve the system because when isolating y, I got fractions. And the support for that is the reason why I don't want to work with fractions is because working with fractions can be difficult. So, in my conclusion, I'm going to state why. I'm going to restate my topic sentence, but I also want to answer this second part. If your answer was no, what would be a better method to use? So, using substitution was not the easiest because due to my evidence, elimination would be better. Okay? All right, we're going to practice more with this tomorrow. See you then. Oh, God.